What is going on, Diablo 2 fam? LordZhangFei bringing you episode 8 of the Diablo 1 Hero Challenge, and it's just the extra items I didn't use. I do take some of these extra items into Uber Tristram for better or for worse. A couple of them I did not. I kind of tapped out with one of the items because it was just too ridiculously hard. But let's go ahead and check it out here. Alrighty, first item up is going to be the Staff of Lazarus, or the Spire of Lazarus, as they say in Diablo 2. Diablo 2, it does give a pretty good amount of lightning skills, 43% regenerate mana, 75% lightning resistance. It's honestly a pretty legit weapon to find in normal. Diablo 1, it is a quest item, so there's not much you can do with it. Go to Cain, he'll tell you all about the Archbishop Lazarus. Pretty cool they brought it back though for Diablo 2. Definitely adds a nice nostalgia when you find it. It's about all it's good for. Storm Spire. This is a pretty interesting weapon. In Diablo 1 it was a staff. In Diablo 2 they did bring it back as a polearm. They gave it a couple nice procs. Level 20 charge bolt, level 5 chain when struck, a little bit of increased attack speed. They did make it indestructible though, which kind of sucks because it can't be ethereal, so therefore it is practically useless. The Lightsaber, a pretty interesting item here with 25% lightning absorb on Diablo 2. That is actually pretty cool if you were trying to nullify some lightning damage. Other than that though, it doesn't have too much going for it. This is a phase blade, so it can't be ethereal either, so it can't get really high damage. It is a fun weapon to play around with though, and in Diablo 1 it's not too bad. It does add plus 50% lightning resist, which is really good for Diablo 1. Not a bad item. There's certainly better swords, but we can take what we can get. We have the Griswolds Edge. This is also a quest item as well, and they are very comparable between the two games. Fast attack speed, knock target back, chance to hit, fire damage. It does add some strength in Diablo 2. This is a normal item though, so it's really not end game, but it is awesome they brought it back. It's only one of a few items that are in all three games, so it's pretty cool to find. Gotta show some love for Griswold. Rest in peace. The Cranium Basher. This is a super fun item to use. 4% chance to cast level 1 amplified damage on strike. I just love that. 20% increased attack speed, all resistances plus 25. It is very similar to its Diablo 1 counterpart. It's just way better in Diablo 2. And what's interesting is it adds 20 points to damage in Diablo 1. And it also adds 20 to maximum damage in Diablo 2. But for some reason that's like bugged out and doesn't show. So I'm not too sure why it's like that. Cranium Basher though is a fun item to use. We're actually going to hop into Uber Trist with a Lightsaber and Griswold's Edge on one side, and then the Cranium Basher on secondary, and let's see how well they fare in Uber Trist. To be quite honest with you, I was pretty surprised with how legit Lightsaber and Griswold's Edge were. You know, we did up our Griswold's Edge to a Conquest Sword, so I'm sure that helped out quite a bit, getting that extra damage. Again, Frenzy Barb with Howl, it's just too easy if you are absorbing and using the right gear. I do want to clarify that in these runs I'm doing right here, I do have regular gear on. It's not items from Diablo 1 for my armor and my helmet. I just wanted to see how well the items fared in Uber Tristram. Once I was done with the challenge, I realized there was a handful of items I didn't use, so I just wanted to play around with them while I'm here. I do try to get a whirlwind kill with the Cranium Basher. You know, as you can see right there, I accidentally left-clicked and killed him with a regular attack. It is whatever it is. No problem though. Cranium Basher is fun to use. I still have yet to have a legit Whirlwind Barb run under my belt where it's only Whirlwind. I will one day do that. It's just really hard. But we'll finish cleaning up Diablo, get to the next item here. Try to see if we can hit him with this whirlwind on the way out. It's just so hard to line up the whirlwind enough to fight the regen. Obviously open wounds is going to help. But I think we just hit him with a regular attack there with the Cranium Basher and kill him. Again, I do like the Cranium Basher. Lightsaber and Griswolds Edge are kind of whatever. Griswolds Edge is just a fun item because it has so much nostalgia behind it. Clean up these pit lords and I'll show you guys the items. We did put a low in there to get that deadly strike. Alright, next item up is going to be Eagle Horn Crusader bow. Only other bow other than Wind Force that made it over into Diablo 2. Let's give plus 20 to dexterity, chance to hit plus 50%, which is pretty good, and 100% damage. Diablo 1. Diablo 2, 200% damage. It does give a nice maximum damage bonus. Some decent attack rating, 25 to dexterity. It looks not too bad on paper, but it just does not play very well, as you will see. Let's see how this does in Uber Tristram. I got a big hint for you guys. It does not go well. I was so tired of playing a Boson in Uber Tristram that I just could not muster up the strength to do it. So I decided to try to do a little team thing here after several failed attempts. Paladin with Conviction with Eaglehorn and an Enchanted Sorceress with Eaglehorn. I got a little surprise for you. It kind of looks a lot like that. Yep. A whole lot of death and destruction. This is the item that made me tap out. Do I think it could be beaten with Eaglehorn? I'm not going to say no. Man, I'm really riding that fine line down there if you're looking at my health bar. That is... eventually death comes. Do I think it'd be beaten with Eaglehorn though? I certainly do, as an Amazon. Will I ever do it? Probably not. After that Wind Force run and the Mavinas run earlier in the year, I just want to say I think I've had enough of Bosons in Uber Tristram. So I threw a couple of the deaths in here. There's about 20 more. I'm not showing you here. But let's check out the next item, because I had enough of this one. Alright, next items on the list is going to be the Hellslayer Two-Handed Axe. Plus 8 to Strength, 8 to Vitality in Diablo 1. They did add Strength and Vitality in Diablo 2, just on a greater scale with the 0.5 per character level. The same 100% damage. They do have a nice bonus to maximum damage on it for Diablo 2. Diablo 1 also plus 25 hit points. Same thing in Diablo 2. Minus 25 mana though. Not a big deal if you are playing a barbarian or warrior. It also does have a chance to cast Fireball in Diablo 2. It is certainly not the worst item in the game. That is for sure. Pretty unused though in most players' playthroughs. Messerschmitt's Reaver. Plus 200% damage. It is the same in Diablo 2. Does add some bonus to attack rating and some fire damage that is also on Diablo 1. Plus 15 to all attributes in Diablo 2. Plus 5 on Diablo 1. Definitely, again, not the worst weapon in the game. Nobody really uses it though. Let's see how it does in Ubers. I was pretty surprised with how decent these things worked. Of course, Concentrate is a super godly skill in Uber Tristram. Very underused if you ask me. Everyone kind of thinks you gotta go Frenzy. Concentrate is literally just as good if you ask me. So we do Concentrate with both of those. I think we kill Mephisto with Hellslayer and the rest of them with Messerschmitt. I have no idea what that means. Messerschmitt, by the way, so if you got any info on where that name came from, I'm kind of interested. But these are the final runs on the final episode of the Diablo 1 Hero Challenge. I do want to say thank you to everyone that continued to check them out. I know it was not as big of a project as my last one, but it certainly was just as much fun. I think taking away a lot of the things that I use religiously really helped me out with creating new strategies on how to get it done. And after it was all said and done, I want to say I walked out of it a better Diablo 2 player, and you cannot go wrong with that. This is the gear that I was using for this run. Again, I was mentioning earlier, I think, that I did not use all Diablo 1 items for these final items. I just wanted to have some fun with them, take them all down there. That eagle horn just beat me down though, so that's why there is no Spire of Lazarus or Storm Spire runs, but I will live without them. There's your typical concentrate barb build. ID this torch and get on out of here. I do have a new series that I'm going to be working on here. I already have all the gear and all the items. I just have to make the videos. And it is going to be Necromancer hybrids for all 7 classes. Should be a lot of fun. The Necromancer is my favorite, so we're going to go ahead and try to turn every character into a Necromancer. I hope you guys dig it as much as I do. I'm going to jet on out of here though. I'll check you out on the next series. Take it easy, guys. Peace.